So today we have a special guest with us for this week's edition of Monday Mojo. With me is my good friend. We're still good friends even after yesterday's bombshell, right?
That's a bit of an embellishment.
We're friends. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Anyway, Jared and I are together today in Columbus for Ohio Realtors, and I asked him if he wouldn't just say a couple words about the market, the changing market. I think David Childers from KCM has referred to this as we're at an inflection point in the market. And it's a time maybe to pause and pump the brakes, but also hit the accelerator all at the same time, right?
Sure.
So what advice do you have for people on what are some next steps? What are some reflection points for the inflection point?
All right, so, pretty simple. What are we in right now? Are we in October, November, somewhere in there?
Yeah,
we're in October, right around there.
Yeah.
So when you talk
He's
about...
been on the road a lot.
Yeah, when you talk about, what day is it? Who are you again?
Yeah.
So when you talk about this year, the end of the year, the beginning of the year, I was with David as well,
right.
The other day. Good dude, great company. And I was asked recently on a podcast I was on, they were like, so what should people do at the beginning of the year to get ready for 2023, right? What are those things they should do? And I said, well, first off, if they're waiting until 2023, they're already behind, right? Because it's a cyclical market, right? This is what I would tell you. Like right now with everything, all you hear about is shifting market. And I think it's getting to the point where people are kind of getting like, okay, we get it. Especially in a world where people are so burnt out and they're thinking about change and they're going like, I don't know, what are we gonna do here? Like what's, the real question in all of this is how are you shifting with it, right? And you know, I'm in a unique time right now where I'm going around and I'm seeing literally like tens of thousands of people, and I'm getting kind of this sample size of like, you know, what is it that's making people successful? And I think sometimes when a market starts to shift or starts to inflect or starts to whatever, we focus so much on these drastic changes, and yet what I've learned from just talking to audiences and talking to people and looking out over an audience and saying, here's a strategy, who's doing this? Here's a strategy, who's doing this? Here's a strategy. What I've learned, and this is kind of crazy, is it takes this much to get ahead of your competition. You know, it's like we have this thing in our society where we overthink everything.
Push through the fear and go do